once in a while and say, man, I can't believe that, or like throw in a personal thought here or there. I'm like, it was just so much talking. And the actual game, if you just went through the story mode, this game is hecka short. Or not that it's hecka short, but it wasn't made for me. Man, whenever I like a game, it's like that open choice type idea. It was like, go through it how you want. And so it should be a long gameplay, no matter whether you decide to go through it without touching anybody, going through it to murder everybody, going in loud, or going in quiet but taking everybody down. I'm like, there was like a few parts of the game where I went through there and I ain't touched nobody. I was slick. Yeah, I might not have seen those parts because of recording issues or other stuff. I may not decided to record. But like, there's certain parts where I'm sitting, I go around there, I just don't touch nobody. I'm like, okay, stealth, invisibility, it gets you through anywhere almost, as long as you have the power for it. It's where I'm like, man, I went through that hecka quick. Mission's over. I'm like, that wasn't hard at all. All you had to do was stealth, and you're done. I'm like, the mission levels, they're interesting, they look nice, it looks amazing, I'll tell you that. And the mechanics of the game, they're fine, the mechanics are fine, most of it. It's just, I would have changed the hacking a little bit. And like, other than that, it has a good story, but they should not try to throw it all into cutscenes. Other than that, yeah, I enjoyed it. Yeah, I enjoyed it. Like, I'm trying to get the point across. I enjoyed the game 100%. Yes, did not perform exactly up to my expectations. I was expecting Crisis. It wasn't Crisis. I understand I shouldn't expect that from this, but this game came out like 2016. Crisis came out like, well, Crisis 2 and 3 came out like 2009 and 2012, 2013. I'm like, if I love those games, this game should, and like, this game basically has the same mechanics, like turn invisible, stealth, and a multitude of weapons and in the environment that you can find / pick up or get off enemies. It's a lot of Crisis is like that. It's like a mission layout and you have to go through each thing. It's not open world. I'm like, this game was basically like that, except it had you use a train station to get from location to location. Other than that, it'd be basically like a regular Call of Duty game where you start level here, end level here with a cutscene. That's basically this game, except instead of ending in with cutscene, it just allows you to free roam around Prague. And man, speaking of Prague, the people in here are whack. I ain't got a problem with like the AI people, like they act fine, I guess, but the voice actors, it's not the voice actors, but one, whoever wrote their lines, and two, why did they have them use such a heavy accent? Everywhere I went, I was like, oh my god, am I in Russia or something? Tone the accents down a little bit. And like I said, like a minute ago, I'm like, oh, this game is hecka short. I barely even went around to those people, but like just walking around the street, I heard their voices, and I was like, ugh. It was like, move it, clank, and I was like, shut up. Dang. And it's like, most of the golly game is side missions, but it's like you have to go and do so much stuff to even find the side missions. And I know that's like a point of the game, but I'm like, man, I'm going around mission to mission. I stop here or talk to somebody, I get a side mission. I'm like, oh, that's side mission, alright. And then I do it off screen, off recording or whatever, and it's fine. I'm like, it's fun. Some of the storylines were interesting, like the murder victim that turned out to be the witness, the one where the agent was think he went AWOL or something, but actually he was murdered. It was like, there were interesting stories, but like they're so hard to go through. Like the news people. I'm like, that was I'm like, interesting idea, sure. But then they want you to sneak into a bank or something and steal like secret information. I was doing that mission. That was so flipping frustrating. I almost quit. Man, I'm just ranting. Billy Joe. I'm like, this game has so much plot inside the plot. It's plotting the plot after the plot went plotted. It's like, I've never played a Deus Ex game before, and so when I wanted to listen to the recap video, and I found out it was so flipping long, I was like, oh my god! Like the recap video on what you call it, in Prototype 2, there's a recap video on the main menu. You know how long it is? Like 2 to 5 minutes, not 15 flipping minutes. I was like, they explained like that was basically the script of the last game. It's like they put the script into word form. I'm like, that's not what a recap video does. It hits some points. I'm like, so apparently they went around, somebody was plotting something, blah blah blah, attacked him, blah blah blah, Sarah something, blah blah blah, had to go around the world, blah blah blah, and someone hijacked everyone's augments and made them go crazy for like a couple hours. That was basically the plot of like Human Revolution. That's all they had to flip and say. They went through 20 minutes or something saying, I went to the warehouse and he was at the warehouse, the same mercenaries from before. I'm like, you don't have to do that every flipping time you flip and say something. Say it simply. I'm like, and then the doctor lady, the psychologist, what's her name? I'm like, what the heck's up with that plot? I'm like, don't set up the next game, please don't. Just make it a DLC or something, cause that was too long. Too long. What, man? They could have ended the game with either like a jump in the shark type thing where they find the council people in that room, find out who they are and stop them, or left it open. Just leave it open. Fine, leave it open. But don't be all like the doctor lady working at the place is secretly evil. Like, don't do that. Come on, don't give me that. Now, when you release me back in the free world, I'm gonna want to shoot her. Now I want to shoot her even more than I wanted to do before, because she kept talking to me. I'm like, I love how everybody in this game has their own personality. Before I meet anybody or like any of the NPCs, I feel like they already have like something that happened to them before I got there. They have a emotion, a feeling, a life. But the other times, it's like, I don't want to hear your story, sir. Just let me pass. If you're not, I'll trade you. It's like a whole conversation, and then it gives you the option to give him something he wants or something, right? I'm like, just give me the option in the first place. Say, I'll do it for that. They're like, they give you the whole story, like, my brother was taken, and the cops are dirty, and then I only have to. I'm like, don't give me all that. Just say, give me some Neuropazine, and I'll let you pass. I'm like, alright, I'll give you some Neuropazine. I'm like, God, so flippin' thing. And they won't even let me skip the flipping credits. Let me go. I'm probably gonna cut it all out, because it's boring as mess. Alright, I'll see y'all when the credits end. The credits just ended and stuff. Desperate Measures. I might actually do one of these DLC things, maybe. I don't know. I've been in the Breach, it's kind of boring. Just challenge missions, really. Yeah, that's gonna be the end of this. You already know what it is. It's been Deus Ex. Mankind Divided. Good but short. Not up to expectation. My expectation. The expectation of Grandmaster Matt. What about you, Isaiah? What are your thoughts?
Shut up.
His thoughts are shut up. Tell it to him, Isaiah. Tell the Deus Ex people to shut up. They go on this grandiose talk like, oh man, our games gonna deliver so much story. I'm like, yeah, sure it is. Now, one game who promised story and delivered, for at least for me, was Metal Gear Solid Phantom Pain. That actually taught me something about the game. This game didn't teach me nothing.
Nothing.
Or in the future, people shoot you more. Or metal arms don't help you survive. Cause man, if I get shot in my metal arm, it shouldn't hurt me as much as getting shot in my real arm, which has nerve endings and mess. I'm like, I get like, and people in giant rhino-looking exosuits will stop you in a second. And I guess racism, or I guess putting robot arms on, it will just rise up, and then people with the robot arms think the best course of action is to blow people up. I'm like, no, that's just not it. I'm like, I understand this is a world of fiction, but still, where does it end? You know what I mean? This has been Talking with Matthew. I'll see you later. Peace.